So it was 1, 2, 3, and then...
Jesus Christ, did you fucking not record?
No, I did. I was
Stuff a
fucking with
fucking
you.
muddle in your fucking ass. You fucking toenail clipping fucking weirdo. By the way, everybody I want you to know that Billy clips his fucking toenails and then leaves them in a nice neat little pile on the arm of whatever fucking seat he's in. And sometimes he just forgets it and goes to bed at night. It's fucking gross. And then he was telling me, yeah, I just got out of the shower and now my toenails are nice and soft. So they were perfect for being clipped because otherwise they'd be shooting them across the room like shrapnel. He's fucking gross. I feel any girl who ends up with you is lucky.
But anyways, let's get back to the fact that some guy felt like he needed to talk to you while you were shitting.
Yeah. So yeah, I was sitting there and like I was just minding my business. I was doing my stuff, and like he did his. And then all of a sudden, I just hear him. He washed his hands. He's like, "You all right in there, man?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm."
What if you weren't alright? Was he gonna hold your fucking hand? Like, seriously?
You want me to come in?
I want to know what happens if you say,
dude,
no, I'm not okay. Like, there's a problem.
Hey, you want me to come in there and wiggle it for you?
It's stuck.
Wait, what?
It's stuck. It will not come out. It's stuck in my anus.
I need you to go down to Annie Ann's, get a little plastic spatula, and I need you to scoop it out because I can't get it out anymore. It's stuck.
And I'm the gross one.
You're gross. But Dustin had a grosser interaction.
This is what happens when, one, I had a gross interaction at work. Two, Dustin has like 6 things of candy, ate half a box of fucking Girl Scout cookies, and has been watching pro wrestling all night.
You are living the dream. Your life sounds not sad at all.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Zero Supervision. I'm Billy. I am here with Joe. Joe, how are you doing today?
I'm feeling very shitty because I keep having to shit. I ate too many oranges.
I feel the same exact way. I told Joe earlier that the toilet was sweating for me.
The bitch wasn't gonna hold.
Oh, what was it that you said that your ass was part Transformer?
Yeah, explain that, because you never actually explained that on the
Oh no, I elaborated enough.
Well, you elaborated to us, but I'm pretty sure the viewers would like to know how your ass
Transform to potato cannon.
Does that mean if I add fire, it just fucking launches it across the room?
I'll get you, Megatron, and then Megatron's like, oh my god, what is that?
It's the brown eye.
Anyways, how are you doing, Dustin?
Doing really good. You can go fuck yourself, but I'm doing good.
He's over there eating Girl Scout cookies like a sad little man.
You know what? He's gonna shit a lot tonight. And you know what? I hope that it's like awkwardly thin shits because they're Thin Mint cookies.
No. So I'm not gonna go into description, but I've already gone once tonight before we went, and it was an adventure.
I want it to be like shoelaces.
More like chunky milk.
Thin Mints are the grossest of the Girl Scout cookies.
Oh yeah, no. I get the tag-alongs because it's literally like a cracker or a cookie, peanut butter covered in chocolate. I'm like, oh.
Hey, fuck the both of you. I like Thin Mints.
Oh, fuck
Well,
you. What are you,
you're
an
a communist.
80-year-old man?
You guys are communists.
It's fucking gross. It is the grossest shit
Bunch
on
of
the planet.
bitches.
You're a bitch. You eat fucking Thin Mints. My grandmother eats Thin Mints.
You know what? I'm gonna post this to Instagram now while we're recording out of spite of Joe.
Which is
What, that I don't like Thin Mints? Yeah, that's fine. I don't care. Everybody should know that I fucking hate Thin Mints.
No. Here's what he's gonna have to do to get votes. What tastes better, Thin Mints or a piece of shit? Because that's what Thin Mints taste like. So you got to decide on one or the other.
Oh, that's a good poll. All right, there's going to be a poll on Twitter that's going to say, what's better, Thin Mints, Tagalongs, Samoas, what's another one?
Shit.
Don't they have a lemon one? Lemon dandies or something bullshit? Whatever. I'll put a 4th one up there. And you tell us which one's your favorite. And if you put Thin Mints, then I'm going to be judging you, just so everybody knows.
That's okay. You'll be on my team, and my team's the right team.
I would say no. I would say it's probably not so much the right team, so much as the old fart fucking team.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Sonny, do you want a Thin Mint?
Go fuck yourself.
I have York peppermint patty if you don't like the Thin Mints.
I say I can't do York peppermint patties. Those are fucking gross. Just the same thing as Klondike
Tastes the same
bars.
as a fucking Thin Mint.
Yeah.
No, it
Thin Mints
doesn't.
are just drier.
Yeah, I like them.
Oh, you like
Anyways.
dry things? That's not surprising.
All right, so what we're going to do is just take some peppermint patties. We're going to leave them out so they're fucking stale as shit. Then you'll enjoy it.
Same thing.
Then I'm gonna club you to death with stale peppermint patties inside of socks.
It's the only thing they're
we're
good
gonna
for.
be like, It's gonna be like National Geographic Channel, where like you see a whole bunch of people in Antarctica beating a seal to death, but I'm gonna be beating Dustin.
Billy fucking walks in. He's like, "Hey, Billy, don't play that." That's a '90s reference for those out there.
I actually didn't even get that reference.
It was from In Living Color. It was what's his name? Damon Wayans had a character. It was Homie the Clown, and whenever somebody did something he didn't like, he had a sock with who knows what was in it, and he hit him over the head and be like, "Homie, don't play that." It was funny as shit.
Huh?
Billy, you would like In Living Color because that's actually where Jim Carrey got his start up.
Really?
Yeah, it was his TV show.
He went by James Carrey.
I love.
Yeah, and
Jim
he was
Carrey so
he did
much.
the lifeguard, and he would be a lifeguard at a hot tub, and he'd be like, "Sir, I'm gonna save you. You are drowning." And it's really good. You should look that up. You would like it.
Oh, what was another one he did that was really funny? Oh, he had like this girl with pigtails. It was like hilarious.
There was the firefighter too, or the fire safety, whatever the fuck.
All right, so the first topic today that we are going to be doing is annoying fashion statements.
Billy's entire wardrobe is an annoying fashion statement. Just so.
My wardrobe is just fine.
Didn't you get in
fuck
trouble
yourself.
at work because you wore a shirt that was striped and had like a little pattern on it? That's how inappropriate your wardrobe is.
But you also know that shirt is not inappropriate.
I
It's
don't
a
remember
dress
what
shirt.
you're talking about. I think that shirt was probably work inappropriate.
It's just because that place was run by senior citizens, and they're like, "Oh my god, it's not a plain shirt. Oh no, we got to call HR. It's offensive."
Yeah, that shirt with like the little flowery whatever the fuck pattern on it.
Yeah, it was a little flowery pattern. Go suck a dick, you bitch.
So one of the ones that always bothered me with like the whole fashion statements is like people that tuck in t-shirts into shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of us like you. We unanimously hate you, by the way, if you do that.
Yeah.
So you should
shorts
just stop doing
are.
that.
I don't like shorts in general, to be honest. Like I think like
I don't either. I prefer pants.
yeah, I don't like jeans, especially jean shorts. Like that shit. Dial it back.
Yeah, fuck you both. I'm wearing shorts right now.
Dustin literally dresses like he's a 50-year-old dad all the time. Except he's like a Coca-Cola sponsor and a 50-year-old dad.
Hey. 2 satellite dishes met on a roof, fell in love, and got married. The wedding wasn't much, but the reception was
I
incredible.
hate you, and I don't like dad jokes at all.
I'm cutting Dustin from this episode. I'm just cutting him out.
Hey, you guys bitch so you don't get enough from me. I give you guys... I just got told to shut up from upstairs.
I just heard it.
Anyways,
Even Lauren hates you.
So, the first thing that I noticed this at work the other day, people that tuck their sweatpants into their socks.
Oh, yeah, that dude. Yeah, that was horrible looking. And it like gets all puffy and gross looking. I'm like, there's nothing attractive
It
about
looks
that.
like he shit his pants and he's just trying to contain everything until he gets home.
Some people, I look at them and I wonder how they get dressed in the morning. Like, do they look in the mirror before they leave the house? And I'm like, that's one of those guys that I'm like, did he look before he like left the house?
And then we all know Joe hates anything that swishes.
Oh my
If
it
swishes,
Any of
Joe
that like
hates you.
nylon sort of material, like the windbreakers or the jogging pants that make that whoosh, whoosh, whoosh sound. I secretly think about killing you if you're wearing that.
Rat tails.
Belongs in the 80s, but should never have even been in the 80s either.
Yeah, no.
You know what I really hate is fucking mohawks, because nobody like has a mohawk. Like there's the punk rock mohawk, which stands up and it looks good, but the people who like shave the head and then cut like a really short mohawk, or have a mohawk that just flopped to the side, you look gross. You look fucking gross. Go back to the trailer park and cut your fucking hair.
And that's how everyone with mohawks started to hate Joe.
You motherfucker.
The other one I saw the other day that really got to me was a guy was wearing a vest with a t-shirt.
What?
Like
That doesn't make any...
no, like a dress vest. Yeah,
was like,
I get what you're saying.
I thought you wore
it's
a vest
It's a
with
douchey
like
thing to do.
collared shirt.
It's like, is he, like, traveling through time? Is he Marty McFly?
No, like I've seen that. Like that's a recent like uptick in fashion trend is to do that. Like you wear like a dressy vest with like a t-shirt.
But this wasn't dressy. It was like a jean vest. It
Ew,
looked
who the
really
fuck?
trashy.
I can maybe get like a nice like suit vest. Like you're like, oh, I'm being ironic. With that, you're just being fucking weird. Like it's
Yeah.
that fashion trend is gone.
It was like a faded jean vest with a black t-shirt underneath it. And I was like, what's the point of the black t-shirt? If it's got, and you could see there was a design on the t-shirt too. I was like, the whole point of the t-shirt is to show off the design, but you're wearing a vest over it, so no one can see what the fuck's on your shirt, which makes you look like a douchebag.
You know what I really hate is pre-faded jeans and pre-ripped up jeans. I'm like, you know what? Be a fucking human being. Go out, buy a pair of jeans that look nice, and then wear them until they have that. Or, don't. How about have nice clothing instead?
How about popped collars? If you have a popped collar, you're just an automatic douchebag. We don't like you at all. It's the same thing as tucking in your shirt into shorts.
Now, I will pop the collar on my jacket when it's windy out instead of wearing a scarf.
Well, I'm talking more like you're wearing a polo.
Oh, well then you need to go home.
I will pop the collar if I'm wearing those old Buddy Holly sunglasses. I've got a pompadour, and I look like I'm fucking straight out of Greece. Then I'll pop the collar.
If you have a pompadour, we need to get a picture of that up on Twitter ASAP.
I don't think I could ever have a pompadour. My hair is way too fine.
No, we need to do that.
You know what's come back that really drives me nuts? I saw a guy walking around the other day. Those fucking Jinko jeans. Those big, massive jeans that cover like your whole foot.
How did those come back?
Didn't know they came back until I saw someone walking, and it was the brand and everything, and I was just like, dear God, no.
Well, you know who's big? Well, it was also big at Hot Topic for a while. People would get those things. They were black jeans with like red trim on them, and they would have these belts and weird chain shit hanging off everywhere. But the pant leg was about as big as around as like my fucking thigh near your ankle. It's fucking gross.
How about shoulder pads in suits? Anyone remember those?
Yeah, like
those
the women's
shoulder
suits.
pads in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. There's another one that just came back into style, and I hate it with a fiery passion.
What?
Mom jeans.
Oh.
Yeah, and the weird part is they've come back in like these older teens. It's not like it's moms deciding they want more mom jeans. It's kids deciding they want these mom jeans.
It's kids and adults, and I just hate it. I think it is literally the ugliest. Like, why are you wearing your pants up to your rib cage?
Okay,
I don't understand.
Billy's going to argue with me on this, but I think wearing sweatpants, like in public in general, unless you're going to the gym or just coming from the gym, unacceptable. Like, get your shit together. It's not cool. It's not. You're not hip. You just look fucking lazy.
So I have a name for those. It's called "Give Up on Life Pants."
Both of you can go fuck yourselves. How about that?
Nah, yeah. And everybody at my fucking school does it. They just walk around, and I really like it when they wear pajamas to school too. And I'm like, oh, you look like you're doing just so good in life. Like you just roll out of fucking bed. And most of the time, their hair looks like that too. Like they just don't give a I don't know. They just don't give a fuck. It looks like they don't give a fuck, and that bothers me because I give a fuck about the way I dress.
How about romp? What?
Yeah, actually, you just hit what I was doing a Google image search of like stuff, and yeah, you're hitting it. Rompers, fucking rompers.
I don't mind rompers on girls too much. Rompers on guys, you need to go get castrated. Yeah, rompers on
You're
girls.
literally a douchebag mixed with fuckboy.
But a romper on a girl is kind of cute sometimes. Like they have some cute ones. I've seen them. I'm okay with the romper on a girl.
How about the fluffy boots that look like you're wearing Pomeranians?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Them and the fucking Uggs. I think Uggs are just, like, short for ugly. I fucking hate those things. And they always look just disgusting because they wore them out in the fucking snow and they didn't put any waterproofer on them. And they're, like, just matted and fucking gross looking.
Actually, I had actually pulled up Uggs too, and the funny thing is whenever I see Uggs or these fluffy ass boots, I actually make that sound. I'm like, ugh.
That's how they got their name.
Yeah, I fucking hate them. How about beards, huh? How about those fuck tools?
Beards look fucking awesome, and it's just because you and Dustin can't grow one is the only reason. I don't know about Dustin. I know that for a fact that Billy can't grow one because it hurts. It hurts.
All right, Billy can't grow one because it hurts. Dustin can't grow one because it just doesn't grow.
I'm the only fucking man in this. I'm the fucking alpha male in this podcast because I can grow a goddamn beard like a fucking man.
You're the bitchy male of this podcast.
Why don't you reach up in between your legs and pull down your testicles and grow a fucking beard?
So I've got the horrible mixture of Native American with Irish. Hair in general, other than the top of my head, does not really exist. Like, I am as smooth as the day I was born.
At least
I don't want to know about that. I don't want to know about that. I don't want to know how smooth you are anywhere. Jesus Christ, Dustin.
And now everyone knows.
Mind shaving my point personally?
You look at my legs and you're like, wow, does he shave?
I would never look at your legs. Let's put it this way, Dustin. I would never look at your legs. Your leg could need to be cut off, and I would never look at your legs. Jesus Christ.
Oh, you got a snake bite on your leg?
here I am murdered, and someone's like, the only way we can identify him is through his body parts. Joe, look at this leg.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
It's someone else. It can't be him.
Nope.
Why? Because I won't look.
Nope.
All right, so I got another one. All right, so I've noticed this recently. How about these girls that are walking around with their hair, and they either have like a unicorn horn going out their fucking head, or they have the Mickey Mouse poofs on the top of their head, and I feel embarrassed to even be in like visual proximity of these people. I'm just like, oh, you poor thing. No one told you.
Oh, speaking of hair stuff, I upset my wife because she made this like knitted cap for a little girl that goes to her center that she works at, and it has got a hole in the top of it so that your ponytail can go through it. And she was like, and it's so cute. And I'm like, I don't know. And it's like, it's a really fashionable thing right now, but like, I think for a little girl it's okay, but she was trying to say that she would want one, and I'm like, for an adult that's fucking inappropriate. It looks weird.
Wow, you are just mean to your wife.
I am not mean to her. She's as mean to me as I am to her. So don't. And you, just Billy, you know how mean she can be. So let's not pretend that I'm the mean one in this relationship, or the only mean one.
It's funny because I know she can probably hear you saying this right now,
More than
and
likely.
she's just biting her fucking lips.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
She's like, he's gonna hear about this shit later.
I'm gonna get Lorena Bobbitt
Destroy
later. She's gonna like slice me from taint to taste buds.
And then my last thing is Crocs, and not. So I have a pair of Crocs, and they look like dress shoes.
Do you?
But no, I'm
fucking
talking
weirdo.
about the ones that look like cheese, like Swiss cheese with the holes.
The
and
ones
shit
that
on 'em.
literally look like they're made out of fucking foam out of a box.
The ones that are gonna be around long after the sun explodes.
Pretty much
Jesus
those.
fucking Christ.
Those, I don't understand how those became like a fad at some point, and they somehow managed to stick around.
How bad do they have to
but-
smell? Like, I've never owned a pair, but I just imagine they smell like shit constantly.
They probably smell like barbecue Fritos.
Ugh, Jesus, they probably do. Barbecue Frito recycles fucking Crocs and makes the fucking barbecue Fritos out of them.
Well, these ones are unused. Let's turn them into shoes.
Ugh, Jesus Christ. They mix pork fat and Crocs together to make fucking barbecue Fritos, and it's disgusting.
That's sexy.
Yeah. We fry them in pork fat and pig feet, and then we sell them to people.
Little do you know, not only Twinkies can survive a nuclear blast. But yeah, no, that's pretty much what I got for fashion statements that I really can't stand. You guys have any others that you could think of?
Yeah, young people that dress like they're 60.
Eh?
Yeah, you got like these like 20-year-old girls with like these super, like, it looks fashionable, I guess, with these long skirts and long sleeve shirts and stuff. Like, they're
back
dressed
the
like
fuck up.
grandmothers.
That's the way my wife dresses, and I like that. I like that,
Are you
like,
talking-
that formal dress to her. I like that.
No, this isn't like formal. This is like, they look like they're 90. They've got like their hair in an old bun. And
That's
all
the
this
way
other
June
stuff.
dresses. You're describing June, and I think June is going to hate you even more. Jesus Christ.
I'm trying not to dig a hole. I'm trying to, like, in my mind,
like,
I'm,
right now you're 6 feet under, and I think you're just going to keep going deeper.
Like Joe's gonna harshly edit this portion.
he's gonna find
this-
other words and just make it worse. He's gonna be like, I'm gonna take a little bit from here and a little bit from here, and a little bit here, and you're gonna have like this horrible hosh posh of like different tones and pitches of going like, I hate June.
Yeah, so I guess we can cut that part.
Oh no, it'll be fun. She can listen to that.
The biggest culprit though are these like kids that think it's cool to dress like a grandfather, like with these plaid button-up shirts, and they tuck it into their shorts, and they got like knee-high socks.
First of all,
Yes.
if you're wearing a plaid button-up shirt, I have questions already because I just don't understand and I don't agree.
Exactly.
I don't care what
watched
anyone
a crowd
says.
of them walk by today, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
You know-
this looks atrocious.
I will say though, Dustin, you are wearing shorts right now, so
That's
probably
fair.
shouldn't be
That's
throwing
fair.
stones from the glass house that you're living in.
He's
Again,
wearing shorts.
I'm wearing basketball shorts.
Oh, that's so much better.
So-
everybody, Dustin's wearing basketball shorts.
Wait
He's
a
a
minute, wait a
fashionista
minute.
now.
When the fuck have you ever played basketball?
Look, I might be allergic to
How much does spit drink everywhere?
Look,
Oh God.
I got fat from many things. Walking definitely is something I'm allergic to. Joe's still fucking recovering.
I just imagine Dustin trying to he's like, it's the 3-pointer, and it just bounces off the rim.
Oh, it wouldn't. It wouldn't make it to the rim.
Bold as
He
life.
goes in for a fucking layup.
I imagine you going to do a dunk, and then you just hey, can you lower the basket down a little bit? I can't lower. Yeah, lower. No, lower.
No,
Get a ladder.
You're wrong. He goes for the dunk, but there's one of those little plastic Fisher-Price basketball hoops over there to the right, and instead of going to the regular one, he goes over there and dunks it.
Dustin's really hoping they'll come up with something like rails for when you're doing bowling, and it just you can't miss.
It's just a ramp. It's a wheelchair ramp.
There are
walk up
5
and you
steps
jump.
to take you up to the top so that you can always dunk. We call it the ever dunk.
But yes, I like to sleep in basketball shorts because they're comfy.
I don't. You like to?
I don't want to imagine you sleeping, especially with your unhairy legs laying all over the place, with your fucking ball is life shorts on. That's yeah, no, thank you.
How about me? Do you want to imagine me sleeping? You already know how I sleep.
No, I don't. By the way, Billy has started sleeping with a red light on in his room because he got one of these smart light bulbs or some bullshit. And I just imagine his room looking like the seediest whorehouse that you've ever been to.
No, like when I wake up, I just go, okay, Google, turn on my bedroom light,
Sure, turning LIFX31E070 on.
and it's on.
Oh, that was fun. I'm glad that your Google whatever the fuck could make a special appearance on this episode.
Guess-
That'll sound
yeah,
really
no,
good later
so-
on. It's not going to sound like there's something just sort of in the background.
So what I'm gonna do next time Billy's asleep, I'm just gonna sneak in. I'm gonna have a boombox, and I'm just gonna start playing cheesy porn music. He's gonna wake up and just be like, "You motherfucker."
It's really awkward when I have to kill people for sneaking in. But intruders are intruders.
Why does your room look like the final level of a Splinter Cell game?
Because it's easier on your eyes when you wake up in the morning.
Oh, you pussy.
So that way they don't have to be they don't have to harshly adjust to a really bright light. So it's typically anywhere between 30% and 50% brightness, and it can either be on red, blue, green, purple, whatever I want.
I can't wait
just
until you
don't
move
do
here and I
white
start
light
shouting
until
through
I'm
your window to be
completely up.
okay, Google, 100%, and then blind you in your fucking sleep.
And that's why Joe's voice will never be programmed to my Google accounts.
It's fine. That's fine. I'll figure out a way to do it. It's fine.
He records Billy. He literally edits Billy's voice saying it.
Do you
just-
agree with me, Billy? 100%. Okay, recorded. Okay, Google, 100%.
All right, I got what I need.
That, and it's hooked up to my TV in my bedroom too, so you can turn on porn as well.
Oh, even better.
We were testing this one day. I was yelling out through the speakerphone on his phone, and it was googling stuff, and I got it to Google some really gross ass stuff.
I used to fuck with Billy because Google wasn't so good at first. I'd walk by and say the stupidest shit to get it to respond. I'd be like, "Okay, Google,"
I hate
and then fucking go brink, and he's like, "Knock the fuck off."
But anyways, let's go ahead and move on to our next subject. It's Joe's turn.
Okay, cool. Okay, so my life is punctuated by strange interactions with the outside world. And over the years, I've accrued a few stories that I just I'm like, you know what? Other people don't have to deal with this kind of shit. I guess I'll go chronologically, because that makes more sense. So, I used to work at a tropical smoothie cafe, and we'd get in these big boxes of bananas, right? And we would have to open up the bananas and then slice them in half and then prepare them. And I was up at the front in the counter, front counter, waiting on customers that weren't coming. And I hear from the back, "Oh my God, what is that?" And I go running in the back because I work exclusively with girls at this Tropical Smoothie Cafe. And I get back there and they're like, "There's a spider in the bananas." And I'm like, "Well, I guess it's on me and I'm going to take it outside." And I'm like, "Cool." So I pick it up and I'm holding it up to my face, walking out to the back door to let this spider out because I'm a nice guy. I'm going to let this spider live. And I take it outside and then the spider comes out from between the bananas and it is like the size of a fucking pancake. It is gigantic and it is red and it's got fangs and then it wiggles its little fangs like, and I'm like, "Oh, you gotta die, bitch." And so I throw it on the ground and smash it to smithereens. So we start Googling online, like, spiders that are red and black, and then we looked up where the box of bananas came from. It comes from Brazil. And we're like, Brazil, spider, red, black, and then it pops up, boop, Brazilian wandering spider, the 15th deadliest spider in the world. It can jump 20 feet, and if it bites you, they have to cut off part of your body, and if they don't do that, you'll die. And it eats fucking birds. And so yeah, I had like a small close encounter with this thing, and I held it up to my face to fucking see it.
And that's when Joe stopped being so nice to animals and bugs. He's just like, stomp first, ask questions later. That's my policy now.
Well, we called the distributor of the bananas, and he's like, "That never really happens." And I'm like, "That doesn't make me feel better at all."
That doesn't happen that often.
Yeah, whenever I go to the grocery store now, I'm so weary of the fucking bananas at Walmart or whatever grocery store I'm at, and I'm just like kind of eyeing them, like, I don't know what the fuck's in that.
Yeah, Joe, ever since Joe told me this, I'm pretty leery of bananas as well. Sometimes these fuckers will hide in the bananas and bust out of them.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, they're supposed to, like, be chilled, like, the carts they bring them in on, or the trains, or whatever the fuck, they're supposed to be refrigerated, which is supposed to kill these spiders. And it just apparently, every once in a while, you never know, and it'll happen. They'll fall asleep, they'll wake up, and I'm like, I was about to let that thing into the ecosystem of Virginia. It would have fucking slaughtered out there. And it wasn't like Virginia in the wintertime. This was like the beginning of summer. It would have gone out there and just like slaughtered. It probably wouldn't have been able to mate, but it would have killed everything around there. And some small children. There was a park nearby. It would have killed children. I was gonna let it go.
Joe was about to cause an environmental devastation happen in Virginia. That's when it like clicked in his head, I can't be nice anymore.
Yeah.
Crush.
It was aggressive. That little like bang movement thing, that was aggressive as fuck, and I was not having that. And I'm like, no, guys. My next story, I'm also working at Tropical Smoothie Cafe, right? And standard day, we have these big number 10 cans, you know, the big like wholesale cans you get from like Costco and shit that you could club somebody to death with. Well, we have those and we get pineapple out of them. And when we throw them away, we're supposed to put the lid in there in a certain way so that people don't get hurt. Apparently somebody didn't fucking do that, and I go to take out the trash and I toss the bag up into the air to like throw it into the dumpster because I'm having fun because I'm like 16 and I'm like and it comes back at me and I'm like, I don't want to get hit with garbage. I throw my hand up and this jagged ass fucking can lid slices into the side of my hand. It fillets my fucking hand open and I start like gushing blood everywhere and I'm like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, and I run to the back door and I knock on the door to like get them to let me in. They're like, we can't let you in, you're bleeding everywhere. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like sitting there bleeding
You gotta
everywhere,
go bleed out and die
they
in
hand
the
me
streets.
some like, yeah, they give me some towels and stuff, and I'm bleeding, and I basically have to sit there and wait for my parents to come take me to the to patient first to go get sewn up.
That's fucking ridiculous.
I met Billy shortly after leaving this job, and I started my job at the Subway I worked at the Subway, and he worked at a gas station that the Subway was in. And I told them when they were like, what happened to your hand? And I was like, oh, I was fixing my car, and I cut my hand open. I have never fixed anything on my fucking car, but I didn't want to tell them that I'm a work hazard.
Yeah, Joe fixing a car. I don't see that happening, actually. Ever.
I can generally tell what's wrong with it, but if I ever like fix it, you know that like it was easy.
If it involves anything besides filling up washer fluid or opening the oil cap, I don't believe anything that Joe says.
Yeah, but at least I know what the windshield wiper fluid cap looks like. But we won't get into that because that might be upsetting to other people that yeah, it might just be upsetting to other people. So we're gonna go on from there. So I used to work at a telemarketing place, right? And at this telemarketing place, we did Save the Children, which is where people call in and they donate to Save the Children. Great foundation. You should donate to them immediately. But I got this phone call from this woman, and she was like, oh, God bless. And I was like, you too, ma'am. And she was like, she started talking about Jesus and how, like, he with us. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'll let her talk. But it comes about that she tells me that she went on a journey with Jesus. And they walked across water together, and they flew across the world, and they went to Africa, and they helped children together, and they flew back, and then she was a fucking nutcase. And I got a bunch of these people. Oh, fuck me. Okay, so when I was working at I just remembered this. When I was working at the telemarketing place, we had this person, they would call on a regular basis to different free bottle lines, because we sold vitamins. And it was different like, numbers, and it was different like products, but they would always call, and they would be they'd be on the line, and they'd be like, can I tell you a story? I never personally had this happen to me, but I heard a bunch of the phone calls, and they'd be like, can I tell you a story? And the person would be like, sure. And then they'd be like, well, my neighbor, she came over, and this is a woman talking. My neighbor, she came over, and she had just had an argument with her husband, and well, she started to massage my feet, and then she started to smell my feet, and I was like, she's like, do you like my stinky feet? She talks to the lady, and it just goes on. Right. They had this, like, sex, but this woman's voice was not sexy. It was like middle-aged woman who had been smoking menthols for, like, 30 fucking years. And they would call on a regular basis. We started having sex. Yes. It's fucking gross. Sometime I'm going to have to... I didn't have this prepared because I just thought about it. I had this written down somewhere in one of my journals. I have, like, the whole transcribed, like, version of this conversation. I'll go on here and give a special, like, thing about it.
Joe, I'm so glad that you can hear what I'm saying. Hold on. I need to light another cigarette. Hold on. So, me and Joni, we were sitting there, and she was sniffing my feet.
That's basically what... Like, no, Dustin, I think this woman was you now. Because that's exactly what she would be like. It was just the grossest shit you could imagine.
Oh, shit.
Hey, I'm more impressed at the voice I was able to pull out of that.
Oh, fuck. She was like, she was smelling my feet, and I was like, do you like my stinky feet? And it was always the same thing too. Like, she had this thing pre-typed up or something, because the story was consistent every fucking time, because I worked as a manager there, so I could go listen to people's phone calls, and they were like, I would go listen every time this person would call, and it was always the same story, the same points at the same time with the same, like, inflection. This person was ready. Let's now that we're all grossed out, I can move on. So then this is a more recent... I got two really recent... Well, I got three really recent ones, really. So, for a while, I was teaching guitar to children, and I was driving up Route 8 in Ohio. You can look this up. There's a news story about this one. This one's on the sadder side, but it's still weird. So I'm driving up Route 8 on 77, and it's, like, really heavy traffic. Especially on the left-hand side, like the over top of the Jersey Wall. If you go the other way, that traffic was standstill. In my traffic, it was tightly packed. There was a lot of cars, but it was moving, and we were going. I must have been going like 70, closer to 80 probably, and this car in front of me just swerves, and I'm like, oh shit, I wonder what that was about. And like at the last minute, I see this girl standing there in the middle of the fucking road, stand still, looking at me, and I just barely miss her. If I had been looking down to like change the radio station or to check my phone or whatever, I would have straight up hit this girl. This is like a busy fucking highway, so I swerve. I look out the rearview mirror of my car, like in just enough time, and there's this pickup truck and just hits her, and it's just pink mist and awful, and I cannot like unsee that whole situation.
I actually remember this because you called me like right after.
Yeah,
you were so shaken by it.
I will never not be able to know. Like this will be stuck in my head to the day I die, and so I later look up the news story because I was like, that's going to be on the news. I looked it up. She got into an argument with her boyfriend, got out of the car, jumped the Jersey wall, and stood in front of the traffic on purpose. This wasn't her, like an accident. I mean, she was trying to be hit.
That's a shame.
Because she told the boyfriend that. And it turns out she was a firefighter and had kids and was like, it's really, really sad. And I was, I just like that shit. I will never be able to not think about that. That was fucking terrible. But, anyways, not to bring down the party. So it's sort of similar. There's this woman who I kept seeing coming up and down the road. She was driving. She was in one of those wheelchairs with like the joystick, but not like a scooter or whatever. And
this is another instance where Joe and I are on the phone.
Yeah, and I'm like, I see this woman, and I'm like, shit, I almost hit her because it was getting dark, and I was like, fuck, that's crazy. So I don't hit her. Nobody hits her from behind me. I'm like, cool. I don't need to see that shit again. I go to work. I go to June's work. I go to pick her up. We're going back, and I see like an ambulance lights and a cop car, and somebody's pulled over, and then we're driving past it, and I see this wheelchair just demolished. There's like the wheelbase is on the ground, and the chair is completely fucking missing. It's gone. And so I'm like, fuck, she got hit. It is, and I'm like, fuck, that's terrible again. And so, but like, I'm like, okay, and I look up stories. I try to find a story online to figure out what the fuck happened. Never could find a news story. So it's always kind of like sitting in the back of my head. I'm like, I wonder what happened. Well, then 2 or 3 weeks ago, I see this woman again in a very similar wheelchair, pulling out of like this convenience store just down the road from me, and it's the same woman, same chair-ish thing, and she's headed back to her house. And I'm like, so she didn't die, but her chair got demolished. What happened? Did she dive out of the way at the last minute? Did she, like, get hit, and then that's why I didn't see her for a long time? I don't know, and I so badly want to know. And the next time I see her, I'm just going to, like, pull over and be like, hey, can I ask you a question? I need to know, because I'm staying awake at night, not knowing what the fuck happened. How she, like, got the fuck out of the way of this whole situation.
Can I ask you an inappropriate question? How'd you live? Jesus.
How are you not dead right now? Can you explain
My
that to me?
guess, she pulled over and went to go take a piss in a bush, and someone hit her fucking thing, and she's like, God damn it.
But I've never seen her walk. I would love to know. And there's no bushes over there. This is a residential area. And
it could be awkward if she actually says that's exactly what
if
happened.
she does, if she's like, oh yeah, no, whatever. Or if she like, I would be way more impressed if she was like, I saw it coming and I just jumped out of the chair, and I'd be like, fuck yeah, that's fucking cool.
Action, Grandma.
She fucking dove in slow motion.
And okay, so for my last story, this one is so fresh that I actually was talking about it with these guys on, I guess this was Monday or Tuesday.
It's fun,
And
actually.
huh?
I said it was a fun story, actually.
And so let me pull up the pictures because I have screen grabs of all this shit. So
post these on Twitter.
I'm waiting for my wife to get home, right? And I have to preface this with the fact that like a few months ago, one of our cats got out, and I posted everywhere, pictures. Let me know if you find her, whatever. I never took them down. They're still up there. The phone number's still up there. And so this person randomly texted me, hi, I see you lost your cat, and I was wondering if you would like another cat until you find your cat, question mark, question mark, question mark. And I'm like, what kind of fucking person thinks you can just replace a cat like that? But that's kind of weird.
Substitute cat?
Huh?
I was like, did you need a substitute cat?
Yeah, we can like, and I'm like, that also, yeah, because it kind of was prefaced like, oh, you can have a cat temporarily. And I'm like, no, I'm fine. But I didn't message them back. Didn't say anything. And then they sent another message a few minutes later. I would pay you $3,000 to be your new cat until you find your cat. And I'm like, the fuck? And so I call my wife, I call Billy, I text Billy the things, and I call Billy specifically because I'm like, are you fucking with me right now? And he swears up and down.
It's
like,
gotta be me that's doing
Yeah,
this.
I
it
remember
does.
that because you're like, I think Billy's fucking with me, and I'm like, I think I was like standing next to Billy or something. He's like, I'm not doing anything.
I thought for sure it was him. It seemed like something he would do. I mean, the area code was a Chicago area code and everything. And I was like, that's fucking Billy. So he swears up and down that's not him. I start to believe him. All right, cool. I tell my wife, and my wife is like, oh, I don't know, it's fucking weird. And then Billy's like, you should ask for a picture. So I just text picture ? And I get a picture of this girl who's like a normal looking girl. She's not weird. She's not 600
Kinda cute.
pounds. She's just a girl. And I was just like, okay, that's even weirder. And so my wife got a little upset, and she was like, oh, she's like attractive. And I don't find her to be that attractive. She's like average. And I'm like, whatever. And then the girl texts me, I will even eat cat food. And I was like, oh, holy fuck. This is something else. And I was like, okay. And then June gets a hold of the phone, and then June starts texting her, will you use the litter box? And I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck is going on? This is creepy as shit. And then the girl texts back, yes, I will, with exclamation mark. And I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. Billy and I were sitting there talking about it, and he's like, she's just gonna sit there and use it right in front of him, just like squat down and piss right in the litter box. I was like, yeah, she's probably gonna expect him to clean it up too.
Oh, that's fucking gross. And then I was like, and so I'm like waiting. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna say back to that. That's creepy. And she texts me, what kind of food do you have? And I'm like, I don't know. And June goes in there and takes a photo of it. And she says, it's Purina 1. And she takes a picture of it. And the girl says, show me the food and the cat bowl I will be eating out of. So we send them these pictures. And the girl says, don't you hate seeing the cat food sitting unused? And I'm like, yeah. And so it's me texting now. I'm the one taking over. And she said, well, I will eat the cat food out of your cat's bowl if you have me as your cat. And I'm like, oh, that's fucking creepy. And then at this point, I start to feel bad for her. I'm like, oh, she must be really into this. And I don't want to lead her on. So I say, I think maybe I'm not the right fit for you. However, I think that if you went on a website called fetlife.com, that you'd be able to find someone who is more suited to your needs. And I thought that was pretty nice. And that would be my advice to anybody. If you're into like kinky stuff, go on FetLife. You'll find a bunch of people there.
Yes, you will.
And then so she doubled down. She was like, I'm willing to pay you $4,000. And I was like, I don't need money, but thank you. And she says, why are you not the right fit? Please give me a chance. You will like me, I promise. And I'm like, it's nothing against you, but I am married, and I don't think my wife would appreciate the situation. And can we work it out somehow? Please, you will like me. I am sure I would, but I don't think it'll work out. And it's not about money or anything. I don't even want the money. It's just that I'm married, and she will not be okay with this. And that was at the moment that I blocked her on my phone, because it was getting weird.
That poor thing.
Oh my god. I felt bad for her, but also kind of out of the blue. And kind of weird.
Kind of weird. A little weird.
Kind of weird. So yeah.
Poor thing.
All right, so something I've been watching, I saw a commercial for it, saw a few things, and it really sparked my brain on this topic, which is really bad children's shows. The big one that got me was the show Caillou. I saw it on PBS. My son, when he was a kid, loved the show. It's about this little bastard of a fucking child who is a complete terror to everyone around him. I had a friend who once described it to me that what makes it so bad is most children's shows, the child will act bad, something happens, they learn their lesson, they're good. That doesn't happen with Caillou. He acts bad, they try and teach him a lesson, he doesn't learn the lesson, and he still acts like a shit at the end of the episode. Google once described it perfectly as Caillou does not deserve love, and that is why he is bald.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus. Google's a little harsh.
Oh, you know, it was if you Googled why is Caillou bald, and it was like Caillou is bald because blah blah blah. It's like because he doesn't deserve love, and his body has given up on trying to grow hair, and this and this and this, and it like described these things that he wasn't. Like he'd never had cancer. He's just a terrible person.
Jesus.
Is he supposed to have had cancer?
No.
Okay, I wasn't sure if in
original
the show he had cancer.
Yeah, no. The original story was he was supposed to be like a super young toddler, like baby almost. Mm-hmm. But they started to age him as the development went on, and he became like a 6-7-year-old, but still didn't have hair.
That sounds like lazy animation to me.
It is. And also I just found out recently, I was hunting around on Tumblr, and then it comes across my feed that, like, in one of the episodes, he, like, wakes up his baby sister or some shit by pinching her, but in, like, the children's book that the show's based off of, he actually bites her.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. In the books, he is so much worse. He is a
monster.
terror child, and his mother's just like, "Oh, Caillou," and I'm just like, "You need to do something."
Okay, how about Teletubbies?
I don't hate it so much as it's just weird. It's just fucking weird.
I
Yeah, I was
just...
gonna say, when I was a kid, I was creeped out by it. I thought it was strange.
Yeah, I thought I couldn't get into them. They're fucking creepy.
Well, it was
That's
also,
the
you're
best way to
also,
put
at
'em.
the time, like 14 or something when the show came out.
No, I was like 9.
Whatever. All the same, No, because I was like, what year did it come out?
1997.
Okay, so yeah, like, I was 7, you couldn't have been 9, because you're much older than me, no offense.
11.
11. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it came out in 1997, so yeah, you guys were older than fuck, and it wasn't meant for you. I will say that wasn't meant for you, but I have one that was meant for me that I fucking hated, and it was Guts. I hated that fucking show, Guts, because when I was a kid, I was a Nick kid. I watched Nickelodeon a lot because we didn't have the Disney Channel and we didn't have Cartoon Network on our cable plan. So all we had was Guts, or not Guts, but all we had was Nickelodeon, and I would be forced for like 30 minutes or an hour a day to watch Guts or to sleep, which I did a lot. I would just sleep through it. And I hated it because it was just a bunch of kids competing for like the aggro crag or whatever the fuck, and none of them ever got hurt.
Oh,
Actually.
I remember Guts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
it was like American Gladiators for kids.
And then they made it Global Guts, and I really fucking hated it because I had to read fucking subtitles. And I was really young when the show was on, and I really didn't read very proficiently yet. And so they would have these kids on there, like, playing fucking soccer, and like, I'm from the Ukraine, and it would be like, and I'm like, I can't understand what the fuck these kids are saying. So I don't give a shit. And none of the kids ever got hurt, like, you got the feeling in some of these other, like, sports shows, kind of like American Gladiator or whatever, that they could actually get hurt. These kids never got hurt. They wore so much fucking elbow pads and knee pads. There was no danger to it, actually, because they would talk about the aggro crag, like, it could fucking fuck you up. And I'm like, no, it can't. And also, by the way, just so everybody knows, that piece of the aggro crag that the kids held up, and they're like, you get to take it home. They didn't actually get to take that home. They would later ship you the prize in the mail, apparently, and it was a much smaller piece of it.
Oh, of
Oh,
course.
well, that's-
These are miniature.
Fucking disappointing.
Disappointing.
So there was one that came out. I think it was in the early 2000s. So I, teenager at that point, terrified the shit out of me. It was called Booba.
Oh yeah,
fuck
that's
is
a
that?
Teletubby-like thing.
And yeah, they kind of look like Teletubbies, except like they basically were these big fuzzy balls, and they had like these babies' heads sticking out the top of them,
And they bounced around
fucking
like
terrified.
fucking weird. They were just they bounced around and they had these fat fucking faces, no mouth, just eyes. And
That's
And it
creepy
was
as fuck.
Really creepy.
different colors, and they would dance around, and they didn't have fingers. They had like mittens on, these guys, and they would dance around and shuffle. And if you want to like get stoned and watch this, it'll creep you the fuck out.
How about Ren and Stimpy?
I loved Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, I would say Ren and Stimpy was actually.
You're on the
a
wrong
pretty
side of
good show.
history.
I'm just going more along the lines of nowadays. I don't think many parents would let their kids watch that.
Yeah, but Ren and
So
Stimpy was
it
fucking
went
awesome.
from like it went. Yeah, I would say Ren and Stimpy went from a show designed for kids that hid adult content in it that made it suitable for adults to watch and enjoy too. Just straight up to, hey, this is an adult cartoon now. These kids we originally made this for are now grown up, so we're gonna make something for grown ups.
Every animation slide in that thing has a different face in it. Because they wanted the faces to morph and like animate better. So like no two faces are the same in each like frame. And it makes it creepier.
So this is a more recent show, and this is one I started watching with my own son, and I never understood it. The show didn't make sense. It was called Uncle Grandpa.
Oh yeah, it was
on
kind of a
Cartoon
gross
Network.
show. Yeah, it struck me as being gross.
Yeah, it was really, really weird. There was a talking pizza that wore sunglasses.
And Dustin hates this cartoon already because talking pizza is not going to get eaten.
No, you're eating me, Dustin. Don't do this. Nom 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 nom. Shut up, pizza.
But like, yeah, I watched it, and every episode's like it's strange, off the wall shit, and you're just like, what the fuck's going on? There's no continuity between anything. I don't know if it's gotten canceled or not. I haven't seen it in ages, but I haven't watched Cartoon Network in ages. But it was on a few years ago, and it was the strangest shit I've ever seen.
Actually, I think I saw this like a couple weeks ago on Cartoon Network. I forgot who I was talking to. It was either Dustin or Joe. And like I had mentioned or described what I was watching, and they had told me that it was this show. And it just, I didn't get anything that was going on at all.
There's nothing to get. Like, there's no lessons. There's no plot really at all. You watch the episode and you're like, what's going on? I don't get it.
You know what I really fucking hate now? That's I think it's still running. Is Teen Titans Go, because they took the idea of the Teen Titans, the one from when I was
Which
a
was
little younger,
good.
which was fucking amazing, animation amazing, storylines amazing. I mean, that whole arc with Raven. and
I
her
will
father.
highly disagree with you on the animation being amazing. That
Suck
animation,
dick.
at least in the first season, was fucking
Suck
garbage.
a dick. Suck a dick. It was good.
Sorry.
This new Teen
Their
Titans.
biggest aim to fame was, we're gonna try and rip off anime, but do it with cheap American animation and make it look like shit.
First of all, Asian animation is a lot cheaper to make because you have to pay the people a lot less than what you do in America. Second of all, it's really good. Third of all, it's better than Teen Titans Go, which is like the worst fucking thing on the planet. I mean, the thing about it is that like they could have rebooted the Teen Titans, and because it went off the air for a little bit, they could have rebooted it, used the same crew and art department and everything else, but no, they went with this aborted fucking sorrow.
Yeah, I've seen the new Teen Titans, and I just think it's complete and utter garbage. The original one, I love.
Yeah.
See, the problem is they could have changed the name. It could have been anything else, and I don't think people would have had the negative reaction that they had to it. But it's because it's still Teen Titans that everyone's like, no, it can't be this. No. This is terrible.
Yeah.
It's not bad, but it's not what people want.
Well, like they went ahead and they made that Justice League, the Young Justice,
Young Justice,
which was
a fucking
great.
awesome
It's fucking
show.
awesome. I really like it, and you get all these different stories, these mixes of characters that make it very good. Teen Titans Go makes no fucking sense. It's not even like there were some serious fucking storylines in the original Teen Titans, especially with Raven and her father, and then like even like with Robin and Slate. Like those fucking are amazing.
See-
and they don't really go out and say it, but that's Deadshot. Yeah,
That's Deathstroke.
Deathstroke, whatever. Deathstroke.
Yeah,
It's Deathstroke.
Who, by
and-
the way, for those who don't know, Deathstroke was the character that Deadpool was lifted from.
Yeah.
For anyone who wants to know that one.
But they changed him up over time. But originally, he was just a clear knockoff. He wasn't funny. He didn't break the fourth wall or anything. He appeared in, I think it was X Factor or X Force. And then, like, he was an assassin. And then, like, slowly over time, they made him more funny and sarcastic. And eventually, he broke the fourth wall.
He was always sassy. Like that, because I have
Yeah.
the original comic that Deadpool was in.
Yeah.
He was always sassy, but he wasn't the over the top he was now.
No, he's not like...
Deadpool. He's my spirit animal.
Yeah. He's not like the weird, like, omniscient creature that he is now.
But yeah, no, that was one of the things that bothered me about the original Teen Titans was what they did with Deathstroke, because he's one of my favorite DC characters, and I was like, wait, what'd you got? What? Why? What?
Well, they had to tune him. I definitely think they had to tune him down for kids.
Children.
Because this guy kills people on the regular fucking basis. He's an assassin. So I get
Oh
that.
yeah, no, like half the DC universe is afraid of him.
I don't know why they didn't go with Two-Face, though. Because that's more of a Robin villain. You know, because he, like, was responsible and some of the things for his parents to be killed. And so I think that would have been a little bit better. But I like Slade. I think call him Slade or whatever the fuck. I like...
Yeah, I think that was what got me more, is just everyone just referred to him as Slade. I was like, but it's Deathstroke.
Well, no, his name is Slade Wilson. And that's how they got Wade Wilson, which is what Deathpool's name is.
Wow, they...
Actually, no, it gets even better because where do you do your Deathstroke? In the Deadpool.
Okay, and now it's dead.
Yeah. Oh no, they tried so hard to rip him off. This one's gonna cause some heat, not from anyone in general, but the new My Little Pony series.
I've never.
I don't get it. I've watched. I had a friend who tried to get me to watch it, and I was like, I can obviously tell that I'm not the demographic for this, but then I see tons of these grown-up men that are like obsessed with it, and I'm going, I don't get it.
Yeah,
You
no,
do
I
you.
don't.
I think
I've
it's
never gotten
ironic.
any of it.
I think it's supposed to be ironic or whatever, or maybe it's not ironic.
It's
and they
weird.
just want to be weird. It's like some people I think want to be weird. It like makes them feel more special or cooler or more individualized. But I think it's just like it's fucking stupid. I don't get it.
I mean,
I'm
the
different, bruh.
producers and the people that make it come from quality animation stock. I mean, the woman that's making it made Powerpuff Girls.
That's just, I never really understood it. I've met a lot of guys that are like our age that are into it, and I'm like, I
the
don't
bronies.
understand, man. And and they're like trying to talk to me hardcore about it. I'm like, I can't relate to you at all. Like, I'm not the person. Like, at some point, if you keep talking to me about this, I'm hurt your feelings.
Well, the one that gets me is the ones that gets highly defensive and they get aggressive to you about it, and you're like, look, I don't get it. I'm not the demographic, and I don't understand. You don't need to shove it down my throat. Go fuck yourself.
I think they're trying to shove it down your throat.
That's
you know.
probably true too, but
I have to preface this with growing up, I really loved Batman the Animated Series. Like, every episode felt like a masterpiece. It was a fucking little mini movie. All the characters were great. They were all drawn great. Fucking Bruce Timm and does the artwork great, and Kevin Conroy does the definitive Batman voice. Whenever I read a Batman comic, his is the voice I hear in my fucking head because he's goddamn genius.
same with Mark Hamill and the Joker.
Yeah, exactly. And it made Mr. Freeze fucking cool. It made me care about him, even though he had like kind of a goofy costume. And it created Harley Quinn. Everything was fucking awesome with it. And then you have then there was the Batman Beyond series, which was also really great. It did something different and it moved on, and I actually collect the Batman Beyond comics now. I don't really love those. But then you get the Batman, which was a more recent one. And everything's just wrong with this. The animation fucking sucks. Like, Mr. Freeze has a fucking, like, icicle around his head, and it looks fucking stupid. It actually makes, like, the Mr. Freeze from Batman Forever look good. And if you make Joel Schumacher good, you are fucked up. Alright? God damn it. Take two and call me in the morning. Go fuck yourself. And then the fucking Riddler looks like a reject from Marilyn Manson. I don't know why that is. He's just got this long hair now, and he just looks like they were trying to make the Riddler edgy. And I'm like, no, he's not supposed to be edgy. They're supposed to be colorful, funny characters. And then there's the Joker, who looked like he fell off the back of a truck on his way to an ICP concert. And I fucking can't stand him. Because he just looks stupid. His teeth are all fucked up. His eyes are all fucked up. He's got dreads for some reason. No. The Riddler is supposed to... Not the Riddler, but the Joker is supposed to be weirdly dapper. You know what I mean? Like, he's supposed to have, like, a weird thing going on with his hair. Not like that. And the only person who breaks that mold is Heath Ledger's Joker, and he's allowed to do that because it was Heath Ledger doing the Joker, and that was fucking awesome, and that character was something wholly different than, like, the comics or the other shows. So don't do that. And
wasn't Heath Ledger's Joker based on, like, a different kind of Joker? Like, from the comics? Like, it was different? I didn't read Frank Miller's...
So, yeah, it was sort of...
Batman stuff.
It was sort of that, but it was more... They even made, like, they have a thing called Joker. It's a graphic novel that's just about the Joker, and it's sort of like more gritty and more creepy. And I think that came out because of the movie. They were trying to like tie it into the movie, but I think that the Joker that Heath Ledger did was like totally original, or more or less all original. The costume and all was sort of like whatever, but the makeup and the hair, he came up with that on his own. Yeah.
Did not know that. The more you know.
But, who wants to hear about some weird sexual proclivities?
All right.
Yeah. Okay. So a lot of these have funky little fucking names, and they all end up with philia at the end of it, so I'm probably gonna really fuck this up a lot, so deal with it. If you have a weird fetish, I'm sorry. Also, I'm not kink-shaming anybody. A lot of the times I'm just like, oh, that's strange, but, whatever. We're gonna start off with amalgatophobia, amalgatophilia. It is where someone is attracted to mannequins, dolls, or statues, or other objects of that nature that resemble human beings. So they want to fuck when they go into Macy's or something like that. They look at the mannequins with clothes on, and they want to fuck that.
My question is how? There's no orifices. There's nothing on those. Most of them are pretty solid.
Well, you can dry hump anything.
The hands kind of have like a kind of weird cuppy shape. You might be able to finagle something with that.
Jesus Christ! And I'm wondering,
And
if,
I'm
like, is
pretty
it
sure- I
more?
think
Is
they
it
had,
better
like,
for them if
some
it doesn't have the head, or if it
neck
has the head? Yeah.
I'm gonna say without it. It's more distant.
And then I also have a question on top of that. Does their dress affect on if they're attracted more to one mannequin or another?
Or I wonder if they're both the same mannequin, if they like make an attachment with a particular one.
Yeah, no, that I can't relate. I got to be honest, I can't relate.
I do have one that I remember because we talked about it a lot. Like we made fun of it in high school, which was a dendrophilia,
Yeah, I had that.
which is the sexual attraction to trees. And I don't know. I've looked on the internet. There are some sexy fucking trees.
That's like why they like it. They look like a big old.
Yeah, it's all
phallic
about the
object.
phallus part of it.
Yeah. So I have paraphilic infantilism, which is where you or someone you are with is dressed up or acting like an infant. This includes drinking from a bottle, wearing diapers. People who are into this are called adult babies / diaper lovers.
This makes me think of Dustin like 25, 30 years from now in a home.
Don't judge me. Fucking judge me. Just because I can't control my anus and I'm gonna have to wear diapers doesn't mean shit.
But I've met a few people that are like this, and they've tried to get me involved in. Again, this is just one of those things. I'm just like, this is beyond me, guys. I'm not gonna judge you or anything, but I'm going this way. You go that way. It's nice meeting you.
All right, and then I got autoacinophilia or philia.
Oh, this is something Dustin has to have. Is this something?
I'm
Barty
gonna
brought?
have you
Come on.
guys guess up the rest of these. So, because the rest of these just have like a weird name to them. So,
well, this one says-
autoacinophilia. What is that?
This sounds to me like auto ass. Like
I
they're
heard
attracted to
awesome ass.
farts.
Okay. Actually, it is where you're turned on by being in situations where you might die or become to harm or have harm come to you. It's kind of tied in with the choking fetishes or with drowning fetishes a little bit, but it doesn't necessarily have to be tied in with those.
Does this kind of tie into like when a girlfriend wants her boyfriend to get in a fight over them?
I guess so, but it also has more to do with like the person. Like it'd be like if I held a knife to your throat and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna fucking kill you, but I'm gonna fuck you first," kind of thing.
You're not ever doing that to me.
Billy, what we do
Don't
stays
ever talk
between
to me
us.
like that again.
Billy.
No.
Billy, it's a safe
No.
space. It's a safe
No.
space. We can tell people.
No, it's not a safe space because that knife is going to be used.
We need to cuddle a little bit. Come here.
No, we don't. I'm not cuddling with either one of you, actually.
Come here.
I'm gonna rough cuddle
we
with you.
need to cuddle.
You guys can cuddle together. I'm not doing
We're gonna make a
any
Billy
form of rough
sandwich. It's
cuddling
gonna make the
with you
worst Oreo ever.
Really?
guys. There's going to be vomit in that Oreo.
Okay, so what do you think dacrophilia is?
I have no guess whatsoever on that. What the fuck is that?
I think this is one Billy will like. It's actually the fetish for crying.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would I enjoy
I
that,
think
you
do.
sick bastards?
I think you do. I honestly think that's
hell?
definitely you. That's totally right up your fucking alley.
What the
Yes.
fuck?
I think Joe and I know you well enough that
Yeah,
I think
Billy
you would
likes
get to it.
You guys,
Billy's kind of rough.
you guys are fucked up. No, I'm not.
I wait for them to cry and then I lick the
There was
tears
a
off.
pause there like, no.
What?
I wait for them to cry and then I lick the tears off your face.
No. That's not a bodily fluid I'm interested in.
Okay, so what about erotophonophilia?
Is that when you're on the phone while you're doing that?
No.
I'd do that.
Yeah, that one I know. That one's about, isn't it like killing someone?
Yeah,
or
it's like
murder?
basically the partner to the last one I did, where they want you to be like want to be in dangerous situations. Somebody like this would either that's like serial killers who want to have sex with somebody and then kill them, or it's like I like to pretend that I'm going to kill somebody. So yeah, that's fun. That's if you're a significant other that brings that up, then you want to immediately walk the fuck away.
Yeah, no. You want to go stay with your parents for a while. That's what you want to do.
Call the police.
So there's one that I never understood, and it's not a philia. It's just called feederism.
Oh, I was going to bring that one up.
Feederism is when you basically get like sexual gratification from eating someone. Or not eating someone, feeding someone.
Feeding somebody and then watching them gain. But it's not like just feeding somebody, it's watching them gain weight. It's watching them
weird.
put on the fat. They're not like interested in the fat that they already have. They want to see them get bigger and fatter. So then I have, this one's easy. You're going to get this one right away, I'm pretty sure. Scatophilia.
Don't want to do it. Don't
Scatophilia
wanna
is
talk
where
about
you're
it.
into
I'm
human
done.
shit. The best way to tell is if you're into this is to go watch Two Girls, One Cup. And then I got emetophilia. What do you think emetophilia is?
I actually don't have a guess on that one either.
That's a vomit fetish. People who are into this are aroused by vomiting or watching people vomit. Practitioners of this will often perform vigorous oral sex to bring on gagging.
This sounds like something Joe would be interested
What
in.
about pornophilia? What do you think of pornophilia?
Pornophilia.
Yeah, pornophilia.
See, it
I
sounds like
don't know.
pornophilia, so I'm not quite sure.
Pornophilia
Yeah, I don't-
is where you enjoy being treated like furniture.
Oh, I know people like that.
Bondage is usually highly incorporated into this one to keep the subject immobile so they can be used from anything from a table to a chair. How about macrophilia?
Is that?
I've heard
is
this
that-
one, and I
is
can't
that
remember.
Like-
Shit.
Are they into like tiny penises or something?
No,
No,
macrophilia.
macro is big, so
Yeah.
it'd be big things or big people.
Uh,
That's my guess.
Macrophilia is where you play at being small, smaller than the other person, who is the giant in the situation, and it is usually a man wanting to be smaller than a woman, and she will either dominate him or pretend to eat him.
see, that's something that I can't date anyone that's bigger than me. That's
So, no.
just
This
it's
one I know. This one I
out of
know
my
is
realm.
Billy from previous interactions with someone, which is
Hold on. Now you can say it.
What the fuck?
misophilia.
Mesophilioma.
I wasn't going to name a person, but yeah, misophilia.
What is
Dirtiness,
this?
filth,
Blech. Nope. I
soiled
can't.
or decaying things.
Why does it sound so close to mesothelioma? They're gonna have like.
They probably smell similar. Similar.
You know what mesothelioma is, right? That's like cancer shit they're always advertising about.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like when you like inhale asbestos and shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know how to pronounce this one, so I'm gonna give it a wild guess. It is Massa Galagenia.
Oh, you nailed that one. What is it?
It is a fetish for armpits, which may involve attraction to the armpits and up to sex with the armpits. The smell and hair are important to the role in this fetish.
Oh, it's so nasty.
I'm gonna fuck your
I've got
armpit.
That's exactly what I was thinking about. Like fucking someone's armpit. Like what?
Oh yeah. Oh, I
then
fucking love the
after
smell
that,
degree.
The cleanup.
Oh Jesus Christ.
I need you to put that elbow to
That-
your ribs.
That's like the first time that your dick ever has BO.
Your jizz is gonna get matted into their armpit hair. Oh Jesus fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. This one I couldn't find an actual name for, but it's called Wet and Messy, also known as Wham. People who are into this like to either make or be made to be messy, often being pied, which is where you get hit with pies, or covered in substances. The more messy, the better.
Dustin's the.
Yeah, I could see that. Dustin's like, cover me in the cake.
Yes. You guys don't even know.
Smush me in the perfect
Do it.
cake.
Hit me with the pie. Do it.
As long as my mouth's open, I don't care.
Food and sex. Dustin's ultimate form.
So I got one that it doesn't sound like what it is, and I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation. It's apotemnophilia, apotemophilia.
Yeah, apotemophilia.
Yeah. It's amputees. People
Yeah.
with missing limbs.
That's I have heard of that one. It's an odd fetish, but there's a seat for every butt. So
Yeah, it also goes by like acrotomophilia. Like, there's so many. Like, I'm looking at this list that it's like the same thing.
You know, they're actually
just with
they prefer to
different
be
names.
called amputee devotees instead of like because the other thing kind of makes them seem like they're devotees to amputees.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha.
So
Cool.
I got another one, and this one's really gonna
Devotees,
fuck you guys up.
yeah.
Like this one is gonna make you very uncomfortable. I'm just letting you know.
I'm so excited.
What is oculolictus?
Oh, that's
licking the eyes.
that's what I was wondering.
It's also called warming. It is the practice of licking eyeballs for sexual gratification.
If anyone licks my fucking eyeball, I'm gonna fuck their life up.
How about omorashi?
Wait, what?
How about omorashi?
Are they giving you a rash?
No. Omorashi is arousal from having a full bladder or wetting oneself, or from seeing someone else experiencing a full bladder or wetting themselves.
That just sounds uncomfortable.
See, I
in
want
so
to know
many
who's sitting out in like a hallway and someone's like running to their bathroom. Going, gotta pee, and the guy's like,
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Look at him
Piece
run.
of fucking bad.
Yeah, no, I don't. It's another one I can't relate to, guys. It's another one.
oh, that reminds me of a story I had. I should have found someone when I had that accident.
Oh.
When I shit myself.
Oh yeah. Oh ew. Yeah.
How about
was your-
pyrophilia?
that one's easy.
Yeah.
It's pyro is fire.
Fire. It's
Yeah,
people who
sex.
find fire to be sexy. I've actually seen people they'll take like an alcohol swab, right, and they'll swab it across somebody's back, and they'll light that on fire, and then they'll put out the fire. That was terrifying. I'm like, that chick is 1 second away from getting burned alive. Oh my god, simophoriaphilia. What is that?
I have no fucking clue, actually.
Witnessing or staging a disaster such as a car accident.
Um, That's
That's too much.
that's a problem. That's what that is.
Jesus.
That
That's a
is
problem.
welcome to going to jail because you're chasing car accidents. The cops are going to be like, "Why is that guy over there? Sir, come here. Why are your pants down, sir, sir?"
Sure, you just see him try to waddle away from an accident with his pants around his ankles.
No, you don't understand. This is my life. You guys don't understand, sir. You could do this in the in the confidence of your own home. You don't need to be jerking it here. Someone has died here, sir. Sir.
I have one for
Put
Billy.
it away.
I know Billy definitely is into this. Clismaphilia.
No, I don't even know what the fuck this is, but it doesn't sound like I'm into
Oh no,
this.
you're into this. Enemas, or arousal from the enjoyment of receiving or administering enemas.
No,
Yeah, no,
not
I
at
know
all.
that you're
Actually,
into it. It's okay.
that's just kind
Billy,
of weird.
Billy wouldn't talk about it, but he's actually really into that.
No, I'm not. And if anyone proposes this to me, guess what? You're barking up the wrong fucking tree. I'm not. Stop trying to get people to proposition me for enemas, because I'm not doing this shit.
I want to see the shit run out of you.
The
with
reason why
total
you get
liquid.
an enema is because you're not doing the shit.
No, I'm not into any of it. I'm not participating, bitches. I will send them straight over to
You know
Dustin's
what,
house.
Joe? We need to have an episode where we force Billy to go get an enema.
I would die laughing.
No, that's again, it's not
How
happening.
about
No,
hoplophilia?
I'm gonna go
What?
the goofy route and say it's to hopping.
That's actually what I was thinking.
Actually, it's firearms or guns.
That one actually I've seen as being a lot more common.
I would just.
Yeah, I could see that. As
That
being common.
seems so goddamn dangerous.
But no one said they were gonna stick the gun up in there or do something with a gun. It's the idea. I just see someone seeing someone shoot a gun and being like,
I'm imagining somebody's like just masturbating with a gun.
Yeah, I could see people doing that, and I agree with Joe. That doesn't seem like it's very. I don't see that as being sanitary or safe. That's a lot of friction with a lot of sharp objects.
Imagine what that gun oil does to the inside of you. That's not good for you. Mm-hmm. That's fucking gross.
or the sight.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
or any
Exactly.
kind of gunpowder residue, any of that shit.
Yeah.
I prefer guns that are black powder. I have to load by hand. I prefer those.
I like all natural guns.
Hey, it'd be a good way to cauterize the inside of your fucking body if you fire it enough.
If you hopefully you never have to come across an issue where you need to shove a gun up your ass to cauterize a wound.
Look, I
from
was
your
trying to think of
shits.
a positive versus a weird, creepy.
There's no
hey,
There's no
positive.
There's nothing with like a gun. There's nothing that happens with guns that are positive. Guns are just negative. From at least one
They
side
make
of this is gonna be
food.
negative. Yeah, that's negative for the animal that gets shot.
Next.
I got a filler for us.
Go ahead.
It's what do you call a medication for those that are addicted to anal sex? Trinoacetol.
That's
That,
for Billy.
that's unfair and unacceptable. That's just unacceptable.
A lot of these other ones are just creepy. A lot of these other ones are creepy and not in like the fun way. Like rubbing against somebody who's blah blah blah. Oh, lactophilia.
That's milk, lactose.
Yeah, drinking breast milk. That's fucking.
That's
gross.
fucking gross. Yeah, that falls in line with one of the creepy ones. Just in case you were unclear on that, Joe, that one's one of those creepy ones.
How about megalomagnia?
Megalo, I'm gonna assume means big, but I can't
Megalomagnia.
deduce the rest of it.
Megalomagnia. God damn it, I can't say it. Megalomagnia
damn.
is as a fetish for music.
Oh.
So you listen to Beethoven and you're like,
Well, no, because there's one song in particular that I can find myself doing someone to quite often.
Not doing someone to. It's
No,
literally you listen to the song and become sexually
oh
aroused.
god, I love the song. Like you listen to Beethoven and you like jerk it.
Bach.
Yeah, no, I'm not like that.
Yeah, it's not one of those like, hey, I like to get laid to this song. No, it's literally I like to lay myself to this song.
What about
Oh.
mucophilia?
Mucus.
Spit?
Yeah,
That's
it's
what I'm
mucus. It's mucus. It's fucking
Wait,
gross.
but are you seeing a picture of that? It sounds like you saw a picture and you didn't like it.
I don't even want to think about it.
What? Oh no.
Spit in my mouth.
Let me hawk up a fucking loogie. Oh, that's fucking gross.
It's so sexy.
Plushophilia. I feel like Dustin's into this.
Is that stuffed animals?
Yes, it is. It is being into like plushies and stuff, and it's also I think a part of
Yeah.
being a furry or being into furries.
Wow.
Furries scare the shit out of me. You
They
can ask
actually
Billy.
do.
Fucking animal costumes terrify me.
He's
Oh, cool.
terrified of mascots. We have a cow from what is it, Chick-fil-A that walks around our work, and it scares the shit out of
Yeah, I'm
Dustin.
fucking
And I get the
gone.
cow. I get the cow to fuck with him all the time.
Huh.
Oh yeah,
Weird.
no. I'll sit there and be
Fun
like,
to
"Oh
know.
man, there's a Chick-fil-A cow." I'll go back into the store. Next thing I know, I see Billy talking to him, going, "Hey, there's Dustin over there. Go get a picture with Dustin." I'm like, "Oh, you motherfucker!"
I'm gonna go buy a costume and run around chasing Dustin. I'm gonna get a
I'm not
hatchet
okay with this.
and I'm gonna chase Dustin around with a bear costume.
Nope. We're not doing this one. This one's gonna happen about as likely as getting me to go on a roller coaster.
Hey, Joe, do you remember what we were discussing before the podcast, which would be a terrible thing to happen? You
You have to go take a shit.
Us running back and forth.
Do you have to go take a shit?
Yeah.
No.
That's not.
Are you
Yep.
taking the mic with you? It sounds like your mic's moving.
Yeah.
I'm not.
It sounded like it was.
It's staying
I'm gonna
by.
say it sounded like you were moving the mic a lot. I heard a lot of banging.
This is a flight or fight thing. I gotta go.
Bank it. Oh my god. Are you
Get out
taking
the
it
way,
into the
cat.
Are you going into the bathroom with your microphone?
Billy, leave your microphone out there. You don't need to bring it with.
No, he does.
We don't need
no,
to
he
hear
needs to
it.
bring it with him.
We need to hear the noises.
Yeah.
We already heard one fart on one episode. Let's hear the full-on shit.
Yeah, and I'm gonna need Billy to take a shit on the mic. He's just gonna be away for a minute while he takes the shit. Hey Billy, you taking a nice poop? Does that feel good coming out of your asshole? Do you enjoy taking a nice shit? I wonder if you use Quilted Northern. Or are you a Shaman Ultra kind of guy? Huh? What do you like to do?
So now comes the big question relating to a previous episode. Let's all make a prediction, guys.
Oh, yeah.
How many wipes is Billy gonna take?
I'm gonna say he's gonna say like 3.
I'm gonna go for what he says when he says he never wipes. I'm gonna go with 0.
You know what though? If he comes out of there rather quickly, then I'll believe him. But if he takes a while, which I think he's gonna take a while, I think that he takes a long time to wipe because the longest part of the poop for me is the wiping.
2 hours later.
We've even got a recording of him sitting there talking about draping his nuts on my couch with only one layer between. I'm like, you nasty bitch.
Oh, we were talking earlier, and when he was clipping his nails, and he was like, yeah, my toenails, mind you, and his dick have been on everything in that room. That's what he told me.
Toenails have not. No, I
welcome back.
You lying bitch.
How much did you hear of that?
Enough to know that you're a lying cunt.
What did I lie about?
Yes, but that doesn't tell us how much you heard.
Yeah, you didn't tell us how much you heard.
You're gonna edit all that shit out.
Oh, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I am definitely not. That is all making it to the final fucking cut.
Please don't, because I actually feel really sick, and I really don't want to make that a part of this show.
Oh, no. If Dustin has to have his
let's
fart
see.
aired, you have to have your shit aired. I would expect no less
No,
that if I had to take a
don't.
shit, that you guys would do exactly the same thing to me. Tell me if I had to go take a shit right now that you would not be talking about me behind my back.
Talk about you. It depends, but still.
So, Billy,
I'm gonna be
you have
very
to ask
angry
you
when
have
I
to
hear
answer
what
the
you guys
question,
have to say.
How many wipes did it take?
More so than normal.
Okay, so how many?
I don't.
We need a
I didn't
finite
count.
number.
Yeah, like I need a range.
5 to 8.
Oh, that was a lot for you.
Wow, that's a lot for you.
Yeah, that's almost normal. You must not be feeling well, really. Jesus
I'm
Christ.
fucking sweating, bitch.
Oh, God, Jesus Christ. I got the pork sweats.
So, so what? It was about to not make the episode, but now it
Definitely
is
is
making
making
the
the
episode.
episode.
No. Listen,
Proof that
bitches.
you need to wipe
listen.
more than once.
Listen, it was so bad. I'm standing to record right now.
Oh, his
Billy
butthole-
can't see. He's like, it hurts. It hurts. I broke something.
I don't feel well. I'll never be the same again. My anus will never unclench.
Guys, I need you to look at this.
There was a
It looks like
shockwave.
a shocked baby.
I have hemorrhoids now. All right, let's wrap this bitch up
Looks like.
so Billy can go
okay,
lay
okay.
down and not feel like he's gonna die.
Okay. Let me collect my thoughts. For a second.
He's got to get his shit together, literally and figuratively.
Literally. This shit ain't cool, all right? It ain't cool at all. It fucking
He's
hurts.
holding it together so very fragilely, like he's about to shit himself at any moment.
No.
His anus is
I don't
gonna
have the
drop it
urge
out.
to. I don't have the urge to shit, but I'm just in pain right now. So,
Did it
anyways,
burn coming out?
you know. Yes, motherfucker.
Now, was it a big shit, or were we talking like a watery, like acidy shit?
It wasn't watery. It was like, It wasn't solid, but it wasn't watery.
So, did it machine gun out, or was it one solid thing? Was it like
was-
pep, 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 pep,
Okay,
pep?
so it was as if you took a Taco Bell burrito and you put a whole bunch of hot sauce on it, and then you smashed it all up, and then it came out.
So Billy's describing his lunch, probably.
I painted a picture for you guys.
So, is it a solid? Are we talking a solid log?
Or more like
Did
a
it- did it
McDonald's
swirl
McFlurry.
around?
Are we talking like a McFlurry? Like an Oreo
Was
McFlurry?
the machine broken when you went to the bathroom?
Anyways. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us again on another episode of Zero Supervision. We appreciate all the support and listens that we are getting from everyone. You can follow us on Twitter at Zero Supervision. You can follow me personally at _Billy Allen.
You can follow me at Joseph_Lawhorn.
You can follow me at Mehara1286. Maehara1286. You can also go fuck yourself, San Diego.
Or he can,
right,
you can follow him at Drunken Shadow because he's a 13-year-old boy with emo tendencies.
I would say he's a drunk ninja.
There is a story behind that name. And it does involve alcohol.
Oh.
A lot of alcohol.
That explains a
Well,
lot.
we can cover that on the next
Yeah,
episode.
because
then.
Billy's asshole's burning like the sun.
So next time on Zero Supervision.
All right. Have a good one, guys.